Well, hello everybody. This is the introduction to part 2 of our series on our trip to New Mexico over the Christmas break of 2025. Basically, we're on the 4th day, and it talks about us moving from one spot to another, going from a dispersed camping site to a state park campground, and the reasoning why we did it. And just letting you know, we did go out and look for other spots. There wasn't much out there at this time of the year. Most of the national forest spots were gated off, I guess due to the weather or possibility of snow up in the mountains. And then we did go over to Cloudcroft and look up there, and we also took a ride out to White Oaks and Ancho, New Mexico, I think that's how you say it, and visited a couple abandoned or old schoolhouses and what would be called maybe a ghost town, living ghost town possibly. So hopefully this interests you. It's something we did, and we did cook dinner. It was just, a light meal at the campsite, something easy. But I hope you enjoy it, and please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Well, good morning everybody. It's day 4 here at the campsite. Well, actually day 2 at the campsite, but day 4 on the trip. Had a few people show up here last night at this dispersed camping spot. The sun's getting ready to rise. Got the coffee on. There is a burn ban, so we're using the propane fire pit. Looks like it's going to be a pretty sunrise over the mountain there. Old Kimmy's sleeping in today. I've had her up at 4:30 the last 2 mornings, getting her out here to New Mexico here from Virginia. There's old Parker dog. Slept good last night in the X195. Trying to shake this cold that I've caught or have gotten. We'll sit back and relax for a minute. Well, last night I did have a little something odd go on. We're parked here on a, kind of a private spot, and there's probably 20 or 30 feet between me and the road that goes by here. And I thought I heard somebody come in and park right beside me, but I didn't get up and look or anything. And this morning I heard the door shut. Well, I opened the blackout shade on the camper, and sure enough, there was a 4Runner parked right beside me. And they have about, 5 or 6 bikes on the back. So I guess they're going bike riding, and they just needed a place to stay. But they were literally probably 10 feet away from my camper. And I know when you go to an RV park or something, you might have that, but you would expect that here, dispersed camping like this, that people would have more sense than to do that. So I guess I'm saying it was about 6 o'clock when they left, so at least they got up and left. They just needed a place to spend the night, and that was okay. And they didn't make any noise or anything. But I would think it'd be a common practice if you're dispersed camping or boondocking, that you wouldn't pull in right beside somebody that close. But they did do a good job of keeping the noise down, so I'll commend them on that. But I'm just glad they're gone.
Yeah, somebody camping. Yep.
That still would have been very level for you, Billy.
No, but this part would have been, but I don't want to be that close to him.
Yeah.
could, you know, if I ain't gonna do that to him, because I don't know if they're doing that to me. I ain't going back all the way back up in there. He's got a wood stove in his tent. Got a hot tent.
I'll let you in it.
Well, that was a bust.
There's high school.
Yeah, the whole town ain't on the school.
Everything is closed up, Billy.
Well, hello, everybody. We've left our dispersed camping spot here on Dog Canyon Road. We've moved up to the Lee Oliver State Park campground. It's still dry camping, but they had a picnic table and a fire pit, and you can use a charcoal grill. Down there at dispersed camping at the BLM land, you weren't able to have charcoal or a fire. So we decided to move up here. There's old Parker Dog. We're at Site 19, and pretty much this is what our view is. So we don't have any obstructions as far as campers or anything, so I think it's a pretty good spot. And there's old Parker Dog again. It's our backdrop on the mountains there. And I'm gonna fire the grill up here in a little bit. Cook some hamburgers, and then we'll have the sunset here in a little bit. Alrighty, we got the Weber charcoal grill going, and we're gonna cook a couple of hamburgers on that and have some baked beans and maybe some potato salad for dinner tonight. And we're gonna watch the sunset here in a few hours, and that's gonna be the end of our day. Going to cook some thick hickory bacon for our cheeseburgers. I meant to cook that on the propane stove and forgot about it. So I'm starting that now before I do the hamburgers. But it looks like it's getting hot. Got a couple homemade hamburgers there with some classic smash seasoning, and we're gonna use some pepper jack cheese. Bacon's cooking up. And for any of you Canadian folks, we're going to have some of your burger buns. It says a product of Canada. I think things are starting to come together. Bacon's cooking up. Hamburgers are grilling. They got the Jicarilla. Hope they didn't sleep in a thing like that. I guess they did. It's all out of whack.
Yeah.
They got the power.
Outside.
It's like, oh, like, we're just moving to a different site, guys. We're not leaving. Chilly. Chilly, chilly, chilly.
Chilly, chilly, chilly.
Let's hope nobody's in there. Oh no.
Turn right onto County Road 349, County Road A044.
He's caught on both sides. He can't get out.
How did we get out?
Well, hello everybody. Today we're just out riding around, and I've been here before, but this is called the Ancho School. It's abandoned. They're not using it anymore. Haven't used it since the mid-50s, I think. But it's just wanted to come by and show you some of the playground equipment that they deem unsafe nowadays, and maybe it was, but I kind of grew up on these type of playground equipment. If y'all remember this, used to have a ball connected to it called a tether ball, and you would hit it back and forth, and I actually got a chipped tooth from that thing one time when I was in school. And they had seesaws on that, but they're gone because they were probably wooden. And I would assume this is a small child's sliding board. And pretty heavy duty. That's why it's still here. But yeah, you can see where they had probably 4 seesaws on this thing there, and here's the old heavy duty swing set with the wood seats. And this crazy contraption here, you could really get tangled up on that. It was quite a puzzle to put together, it looks like. All those brackets sliding them short pieces of pipe in. Never mind getting caught on one of these as one of those bolts coming up and down. I'm sure they had some skinned up arms and legs on that. And then here is the super slide. I don't know if y'all ever used one of these or had the opportunity to slide on one of these, but in the summertime that thing would get really, really hot. And I'm sure the kids enjoyed this thing. I know my grandkids would. And can't have really big feet on here. Game Time Incorporated. But I don't think the school was in operation in 1968, but it could have been. Maybe I'll get a chance to do a little research on that. We've left the X195 at the campsite, and we're just riding around. Looks like they put a new roof on it. Not sure about the stained glass. And they definitely have added a ADA handicap wheelchair access. But with my understanding, last time I was here, I saw a sign and they were going to use it for a civic center or something out here. Not much out here. I don't know if you'll be able to see in here or not. Yeah. Kind of have a foyer here and a lot of crosses on there. And I don't know if you can see in there or not. But anyway, we'll walk around the building now. A little chilly out here. It's about 34 degrees. It's December the 29th, I think. We're staying out by White Sands here in New Mexico. And Parker, get out of there. That's quite a downspout. Well, like I say, that downspout may be original, but the roof is not. Parker, come over here. Somebody threw a coffee ground thing out there. Have some propane here. Don't know if it's active, maybe. I'm not going to try to go in there, but I'm sure it's locked up. Some type of trailer. Come here, Park. Last time I was here, I found that, well, I didn't find them, I saw these. So I'm going to assume back in the day, these kids had to venture outside to use the restroom. Because here we go. I'm assuming we got a boys and a girls, or girls and a boys, or who knows. But there are 3 toilet seats. So, I don't know. I know when I was in the Army, we had latrines like this. We would be out in the field, out in bivouac or something, and couldn't imagine being a little kid having to come out here and do your business with your buddy. But looks like they did. Parker's just out stretching her legs. I think it's ANCHO is the area, Ancho, and that is the old Ancho school.